Has she sought advice on the gender pay gap implications of secondary teachers who have a 63.6% female-dominated workforce and will not meet the threshold for a pay equity claim under the changes that her government has made to the legislation?
Mr Speaker, as I said in my first answer, I have received a range of advice. There are a range, and the great majority of the claims that have been paused can indeed restart because they do meet the 70% threshold, and I would encourage them to do so. She didn't answer.
Supplementary question. How many workers will be able to proceed with their claims under the changed thresholds her government has put into place?
Mr Speaker, what I would say to that member is that there are, of course, a wide range of people who have been in the process of raising a claim. As I think the Minister responsible outlined to the House yesterday, it is estimated about 180,000 members of various unions have been part of previously raised pay equity claims.
Point of order, Mr Speaker.
Point of order.
My question was very specific. We're all aware that 180,000 workers were covered by claims under the previous legislation. The Minister has been telling the House that very few people will be impacted by moving the threshold from 70% to 60%. I asked the Minister very specifically what that number now was. If she doesn't know, she can say that, but she did not address that question.
But the Minister doesn't have to accept the position that's being put in a supplementary question. The reality is there are now no claims, they're all extinguished. So the question is, until new claims are lodged, how would you know what the numbers are? Well, she could have, but I caught on to it, and I'm sure most of the House did.
Okay, supplementary question. On what date was she made aware the Minister of Workplace Relations had notified the Prime Minister that reviewing the approach to pay equity was one of her 5 priorities?
I would advise the member to put that specific question in writing. What I can confirm to her is that I was first alerted to it in November. I was then indeed included in meetings in March and was consulted throughout the process.